So, welcome everyone. As you may know, Pokemon Unknown version. Hold on, let me hit my fancy new button. Pokemon Unknown version! Yippee! Gaming. Paddington! You're just in time! You're just in time! You're just in time! Look what I can do! Look what I can do! Look what I can do! I set it up, Pat. I set up the stream deck at long last. I'm so excited about it. Pokemon Unknown. You've heard of it. If you follow the Alexandrites at We Are Alexandra on Twitch, you know that Camilla has been playing this a bunch. It is a, stop me if you've heard this one before, ROM hack of Pokemon FireRed, but some stuff is different in it. That normally includes, like, the way gym leader teams work is different. Starters are randomized from a pool. Pokemon up to Gen 8 are in there. Later movesets are in there. The physical special split is in there. And it has a bunch of, Nuzlocke stuff programmed into it. So if you want the game to kind of know that you're Nuzlocking it and kind of react accordingly, and we can talk about what that means, you can. But what it also does, and if you've watched this live, this will not be on the VOD channel that I'm finally starting to utilize properly, but there we go. If you've watched me live here before, you will know we streamed the start of a regular Nuzlocke. But there's another mode that we are going to be doing today. Hello, Sylvie. This is going to be the Relock, which is a mode. I don't know if Brazilga, who is the creator of this ROM hack, I don't know if he created this or not, this mode. I have no idea. But it is a mode where it's a challenge mode. It's definitely going to be challenging, but it's a different kind from your standard Nuzlocke, and we'll talk about what that means as we get into it. Hope everyone's having a good one. Will be a boy. I just like looking at his little hat. I don't know. There's just something about that gentleman and his hat. There we are. We are Perrin. So shout out to Camilla, who has been Nuzlocking this game. Last week, Sylvie and I commentated her taking some really good... Hello, Brazilga! Haven't seen it or Sadlock before. Yeah. Okay, awesome. Well, welcome. Camilla has been Nuzlocking this game. Sylvie and I last week commentated some Elite Four runs she did, and this week she has been, I guess this weekend, last weekend, she has been doing this other mode that we're gonna try out. And Camilla has, been naming her rival Perrin, so we're gonna respond in kind. We've been calling this a rivalry. But, I wasn't, let's be honest. Let's call a spade. Let's observe a spade. Look around you. Find your nearest spade. And say it with me, this spade is a spade. I wasn't bringing my A game. I wasn't streaming this much. I wasn't playing this much. I was not living up to the rival lifestyle or way of life, way of being. And that changes tonight. Yeah, hey, Brazilga, genuinely, like, kudos to you for making what we've seen from Camilla's streams already is frankly a devious and fucked way to play this, but in a really cool way. Alright. Badge level caps. On. Item list in battle. On. Automatic nicknaming. On. Minimal grinding, shutting down IVs and EVs, on. Enemy view, allows trainer teams. I don't want to abuse this, but I'll try it. I saw Camilla making good use of this, and we can talk about why it's not. Getting a look at your opponent's team in battle is a strategical necessity at sometimes in this hack, not anything else. So Relock, the way this works is we are going to be able to catch a total of 6 Pokemon. Total. But wait. Hold on. But wait, there's more. We're only gonna be able to catch 6 Pokemon. And, permadeath is on, so to speak, as in a Nuzlocke. But when one dies, something special and new will happen. Which will kind of allow us to continue. This is like a Nuzlocke in terms of kind of having to regroup after any team wipe level loss, but the way it works is a little different. You can catch a Totodile of 6 Pokemon. That's right, they are in it. That could be a starter choice. Yeah, so in general, part of how this works is that at the start of the game, your starter choice will be a randomized set of starters from like all of the starters Gen 1 through 8. And then the Pikachu over there is also an option, which isn't just Pikachu, it's a little more complicated than that. Alright, but we'll take a look at what that means. Trico. Trico's not bad. Megas are in this, so Dragon Grass Mega Trico is available eventually. Piplup, kind of difficult from the start, but like I like Empoleon. Water Steel is fun typing. Tepig. Look, firefighting is exciting, and let's also take a look. Hey, look, a Pikachu. Pikachu. Huh? That Pikachu usually dislikes trainers and Pokeballs. I didn't know surfing Pikachu was an option! Shut the fuck up! Shut the fuck up! So, what I knew from previously Nuzlocking this the normal way is that this can be a standard Pikachu, but it can also be any of the costumed Pikachus from Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire, which have different typings. Yeah, fuck it. I can't say no to that. I know it's gonna be bad for Brock, but that doesn't really matter. Did I not turn fun nicknames on? Or auto nicknames on? Oh well, we're here now. This is dude. I'll just leave it blank and it'll do it? Okay, that makes sense. Another fun thing about this game is it, if you're new here, it contains a bunch of procedurally generated nicknames. So this is Wumba. Hi, Wumba. Oh, it's electric water. Of course it's electric water. I don't know why I thought it would be anything else. Jolly, speed is up. Lightning Rod. What's it holding? It had an item. Oranberry. Cool. Alright, Wumba, let's fucking go. He chose Trico. Sorry, she chose Trico. That's Camilla. Stepped right over Wumba. That's fucking rude. Ugh. What's a base quick attack do for us? I think we're always gonna have a speed advantage. We've got a really good speed stat, but everything else we have is ineffective. So I'm gonna just lower her attack so we can do a few more hits. Let me also go in here and give us a Pokemon. There we go. There's Wumba on the overlay. Yeah, watching Camilla got me to finally learn how to use PokeLink. I've been fucking doing Pokemon Nuzlocks and stuff and sometimes putting them on YouTube or streaming them for literally half my life, and of which time PokeLink has been around for several years at least. Never touched the damn thing, but here we are. Alright, farewell. Wumba, my pal. Wumba's feeling normal. Alright, we don't have Pokeballs yet, so we can't catch anything yet. Anyway. Hello, Swablu. Chat, I hope everyone is doing well. I'm very excited. Tonight over at Moonshot, we're recording a Once Missed Wonders. I will not say on what, but I will say it was one I was really excited to do, and several people were. It was one. Inevitably, the way Once Missed Wonders, if you're new here, that is Moonshot's Patreon first movie podcast where we find something that most people haven't seen, and we watch it and talk about it. And it's one of those ones that's like, sometimes there's a classic movie that you and your friends all know is a classic, but like none of you have ever seen. You just know like references to it. It's one of those. I didn't mean to walk into that. For more on that, follow the Moonshot Podcast Network on Patreon. Or in a year when we upload the previous year's backlog to the main feed, find us on the main feed. We do have a main feed, we just only update it once a year, so that you have to go to the Patreon. Because that's how we get your money to fund our podcasts and community group live streams. Horror movies were the classics you didn't need. Yeah, I know a lot of people who are that way, which is great for me because when I was a teenager, me and my friends watched a lot of horror movies. That was the, it's someone's birthday tradition, was getting together and often watching horror. Like, someone had all of the Friday the 13th. We watched, like, the Cronenberg Fly when we were definitely, like, inarguably a little young for it. And so now I'm able to give advice on horror movies to people because I don't get scared by them. It's one of those things where, like, because I watched them so long, I got desensitized to a lot of the scary stuff, and I'm just like, hell yeah, this is fun. I just like the craft of a good one. I love when one can scare me. Or, like, unnerve me in a good way. I will say, I think it's more of a thriller than a horror movie, but seeing Weapons in theaters last year really freaked the shit out of me. Like, I was kind of lukewarm on, Niels, I have seen The Portrait of God. What a great... that's the, like, short film, right? I think it's just on YouTube. I have seen that. That's really good. I love Portrait of God. Low to no gore horror classics. Yeah, and that's a tough one because there are some horror movies that are like low to no gore, but are very atmospheric in a way that I know isn't everyone's cup of tea. Like, I really like Skinamarink. And Skinamarink's not gory. There's a little bit of body horror. It's not gory body horror, but it is like a depiction of something having been done to a human body, not in a gory sense, but just in a what if a body looked like this sense. That is definitely a little freaky to look at. But I really love that movie, but I know a lot of people who don't, because a lot of it is just like, if you don't know Skinamarink, it came out a few years ago, and it is a horror movie about two kids who are alone in their house. They, for a while, don't know where their parents are. They can't leave. The doors have disappeared. And they're just trying to figure out what to do. And it is shot from a lot of low angles. You almost never see the kids full on. It'll be like a shot of their feet walking around on the floor, or a shot, like, it'll be furniture and lighting obscuring a lot of the people and the movement from view most of the time. And using shadows and lighting and those partial images to freak the shit out of you. All right, so wow, hey, Sizzlipede's a good starting pull. So I'm gonna treat this like it is a Nuzlocke just for the sake of catching stuff, and just catch one Pokemon per route. But we are just gonna catch 5 Pokemon total, and then we'll be able to have a little fun. I know there's an item we need to get that allows reincarnation to actually happen, which is the whole mechanic that we do when Pokemon die in this, and I'm not sure if that just automatically gets handed to us or if we have to get that item from someone. Skinamarink is very slow-paced and artsy in a way I don't vibe with. The kids, yeah, I mean, they take care of themselves in a very basic sense. And yeah, it's if you don't vibe with it, you don't vibe with it. I love like, everything I just described, I'm like, oh, interesting, show me this. I always like seeing what that kind of thing looks like. Crepezione! Welcome, Crepezione! It might be Crepe Zone. That's an interesting one. Crepezione! It's like me and Claudia are fucking streaming Final Fantasy IV again. Yeah, I think realistically we have entered the crepe zone, but it's just fun to say Crepezione. That won't get old. Yeah, I don't know. I love good horror a lot. It definitely varies what good horror really means. Depends on you. I think there's a lot of bad horror out there. There's a lot of horror movies that I think are just funny. They're just like funny to watch. Like, I will just truly welcome to the crepe zone. Order fast. Don't be last. It's the crepe zone. All right. Hey, you, what you gonna order? Nah, it's nothing. Unfortunately for everyone involved, that bit died. Hoot acquired. I just clicked on the wrong window on my computer 3 times. Good at doing things. I've done things often for a long time. Hi, Mittens! Mittens the Hootie Hoot is here. There we are. Oh. Yep, bagpipes for the bit. Thank you everyone. Gathered, hold on. Gathered friends. We gather here today for the bit. We knew this bit well. It carried us through good times and bad times. I'm just running through the grass while I give this eulogy. And that's what the bit would have wanted. The bit loves to frolic through the gas and the grass and bust some ass. That's it. Nope. There we are. The reflect. Yeah, hold on a minute. I didn't really. Yeah, look at that. You can see it all. Let's just, you guys can see, right? Yeah, you guys can see. There we go. I left the Pokemon Center. You can see that. Now I'm out here. Okay. It was fine. Okay, I'm running up here to try to get another encounter. Okay, everyone, you can see, yeah, you can see. I got my escape rope. There's grass in Viridian City, and as you can see, we're entering the grass. Oh, was I looking at the wrong monitor the whole time? I think I was looking at the wrong monitor. There we go. As you can clearly see, wow, Anita ran. Yeah, Twitch plays Pokemon. Twitch plays Jay's Optometrist bill. Optometrist? That's what you get if, that's what you get. That's what you get if Doc Ock is your optometrist. Glass is so bad they call him 8 Eyes. Would they be a good optometrist? I mean, they're a doctor. Not the right kind of doctor, though. You know, like, the whole thing with Doc Ock is that, like, he builds those arms himself, right? And, like, you gotta be, like, pretty meticulous, like... You know, I know he had, like, surgeons. I'm mainly thinking about the Sam Raimi movies, because in my heart, those are the only canon that matters. Not true. I like comic book. But, like, I know he had doctors and nurses working with him on those arms, but, like, you know, he's got to be, like... What are you? Are you altering cave? Yeah. He's got to be pretty dexterous, right? He's got to be pretty skilled on his own. Hello, Mindfu. We'll take a look at Nidoran and Mindfu in a second once we catch this. Like, could he use the arms for surgery? Like, I imagine he must have at some point in the comics. There must be, like... There has got to be some Spider-Man comic where he has to, like, use his arms for open heart surgery on someone. If not, Marvel, hire me. Marvel, I don't care about most of your characters. Hire me. Marvel, I mainly just care about writing my own arc of Runaways. Hire me. Where they try to, like, have their own Teen Titans tower. Damager! Damager and Snafu. Let me put Damager and Snafu on the board here. Okay. There we go. They're both on the overlay. Yeah, Runaways rips. That was like... That was my favorite comic for a long time. Back in the day. I was very much I would read whatever comics my library had. And the teen center, my library had like a good teen center that had a lot of comics. That's also where I got into a lot of manga. A lot of who I am today dates back to hanging out in that teen center. Snafu either has to die constantly or be the corner of the team. It's not funny otherwise. So true. But yeah, I love Runaways, and then it gets unfortunately kind of bad. But I love it, and I haven't read the new stuff. I've heard the new stuff's like okay. With like they brought Gert back from the dead and everything. Spoilers, I guess, for a comics decision from like 3 or 4 years ago. Alright. We need one more to round out our team, and then the fun may truly begin. Is that rival fight there on that route we were just in? I actually forget. Yeah, early Runaways is where it's at. I think, you know, like, once Joss Whedon comes in and starts writing it, he's got problems, but, I mean, like, it has, you know, it's... What's his fucking name? Brian K. Vaughan. It starts out, it's a Brian K. Vaughan writing it, who's also the, one of the people behind Saga, which I have not kept up with in a million years, but I liked a good deal when I was reading it. Just a good guy. I like Saga. It's no Wicked and the Divine, but it's good. The Wicked and the Divine. Now there's a... You want to give Jay control of a comic. Oh boy! Alright. Who are you? Noir. Hello, Noir. Kind of a funny name for a Makuhita. There's nothing noir about you, sir, but I welcome you into my heart and my team regardless. Yeah, he's a noir killer, that's true. When you think about it, there's nothing, like, more anti-noir than, like... I was about to say anime, but that's not quite... That's way too broad. There's nothing more noir than, like... Whatever, like, Gurren Lagann's got going on, you know? That's kind of the anti-noir. It's not a point I have any further support to lay on. Is the rival fight here? That's right, it is not here. We have removed it. That's fine. It's time to get Actually, we don't need to even worry about leveling in the forest because we have, I think, a way to do that now. We have EXP share, Old Rod, Town Map, TGTV. Somewhere we get that rare candy that just levels things up, and I don't know where we get that now. Fast candy in the options menu. Thank you. And thank you on both of those counts. I forgot it was the trainer school. Ah, I see. Fast candy on. Okay, encounter lock is also in here. Beautiful. Thank you so much. So yeah, we set a level cap earlier. Give me that shit. Did you give me anything? Nope. So we set a level cap earlier. Reason being that this is kind of a, like, get to the next gym and see whether it creams you or not type of game. And because we've turned EVs off, so it doesn't, that is not a factor anymore. Play nice. Loses its will to fight, lowers its attack. I mean, that's... We already have... Okay, it can't miss. I guess that's better. Okay, it speeds up to the next level where it gets a move. I got you. Very nice. We'll take water gun in place of bubble. Electro Ball this early, and it's fucking jolly. This is wonderful. Yeah, I think this is a pretty solid call. Water Pulse. Okay, we'll be here for a minute. Crepetzone. I've started using Sizzlipede in Shield both times I've gone through that game, and never stuck with it. Like, I kept it for a little while, but just never kept it around. I like it though, you know, as fire bugs go, it's no Volcarona, but I like it. Okay, very nice, guys. Early game hypnosis, I'm never exactly mad about. But yeah, just to, like, talk about this, because I guess, like, we're taking enough time here that I might as well kind of give away what the bit is of this mode. When any of our Pokemon die in this mode, instead of us having to replace them with other Pokemon we catch, the mechanics of this mode are such that they will be we will reincarnate them as new Pokemon. And what Pokemon they are random. They keep their movesets from before. And so, that is something we are going to get to deal with. It's going to be great. I have watched the Alexandrites go through some crazy shit with that. Do we want echoed voice? Call me crazy. I kind of like Foresight, just in case some fucker has double team. I think we're getting rid of it. We're not doing echoed voice. Zen Headbutt. I guess you are more physical. I guess? I don't know. Are you? Do you have any strategy with teaching your current Pokemon moves for later? Not yet. Like, the echoed voice, I'll know it when I see it, I think is the answer. I know stuff that I like to think about, which is like, I love weather effects. I love, in double battles, which there are some of added to this hack, getting to use, like water absorb to my advantage, use a surf and absorb the damage, or parabolic charge and lightning rod or whatever. Is that the one I'm thinking of? I don't know. Either parabolic charge or discharge. Are they both the same, basically? I forget. Maybe one's physical. So I guess the answer is I want to build those thoughts and strategies as I go. My main worry, hey, damager evolving already. That feel when you are being damaged. I'm not damaging you. I'm not damaging you. You know, the worry is what if we end up with a physical attack or reincarnating into a Pokemon with high special stats, right? Like, that's the kind of thing that we are gonna need workarounds for, to some degree. Just the difference of like, what moves you have on a Pokemon live and die so completely by the stats supporting the moves. And also, like, if you have stab or not also makes a difference. Right now, this is almost entirely a physical heavy team. Other than Wumba, these are all, I believe, physical attackers. And that's a little scary. Just because the moment, you know, Crepetzone reincarnates into a Meryl, it's gonna be like, well, great. Or, I don't know, not Meryl, like a Gardevoir. It's gonna be like, well, great. It's too bad this special attack abundant woman has fucking Flame Wheel and Bite. But, that's the kind of thing we have to work around. 15, 30, 45, 60. It is a 3 in 5 chance that this will do less than Force Palm. Get out of here, Arm Thrust. We should look at abilities. Do I care about Whirlwind? It's a cool pivot. I think I care about that more than Sand Attack. Alright, with that out of the way, let's hit the forest and get trucking. Because basically now what we're headed onto is Brock, and well, you know, there's also always the chance that something is scary along the way. Let's get Damager out there. Actually, no, Noir. I like you. There's something about you've just got Moxie, kid. I like it. Actually, let's look at abilities. You are brave. Great physical attack nature. Bad speed, but that's fine. Guts, attack up if suffering. White Smoke. Crepzone knows when the new Pope's been chosen. That's why his name's Italian. Bad nature. Can't have his ability reducted, though. I'm not mad at that. Neutral nature on Mittens. Keen Eye, can't lose accuracy. I think that's the only ability Mittens can have. Damager, also neutral. Rivalry. Boost moves against rivals. Is that if it's fighting the same Pokemon it is? Like if it fought another Nidorina? I don't remember. Hey, look, that same nature again. I do not like the dropped speed as much on this one, but I'll take it if it means attack up and can't flinch. And then we know about you. You're perfect. Cool. I am not angry about any of that. Oh. We can more or less just bum rush through here, but I want to get... I would never forgive myself if I didn't grab all the items along the way. I want to shout out, by the way, and if you're watching it there, then you know about it. I am uploading my VODs now. Perrin's Pantry on YouTube. You will find currently just a few VODs from like last year and very early this year. I really fucked up in like 2024 with my 2024 VODs. There's a bunch of stuff that I either like, you know, on the channel where I've done the game edits, which I think I'm kind of like soft discontinue. There's gonna be, I've teased that there's gonna be a new YouTube project I'm doing this year. That is gonna be on a new channel. The channel that has been called Extreme Salsing is currently called JDPerrin. I might just change it back to Extreme Salsing for the sake of what it's been. You know, there have been some edits on that channel from streams I've done from when Emerald Rogue hit 2.0 last year. Those full VODs I don't have anymore. I think there came a point where I needed to delete some stuff. And I just went, I in this current moment don't care about keeping these VODs. And the same is true for a bunch of... Jay, what is consistent branding, Dairy? Listen, I want JDPerrin to be the consistent branding. I appreciate... I know, you're joshing, but genuinely, like, that is why I'm, like, really trying to commit to the JDPerrin thing. So that can just be the consistent username on things now. So there is a YouTube channel called JDPerrin where stuff is gonna go. Currently has nothing on it, but Perrin's Pantry is where VODs are going now. And yeah, like those Emerald Rogue streams from 2024, I just don't have anymore. And like you know, I streamed Peglin one day. Me and Martin streamed mouthwashing on Halloween. And some of that is I didn't grab all those VODs and I wasn't recording everything locally. But yeah, it makes me a little sad because there's a lot of stuff from like that apartment. You know, I was in that apartment for a year. The apartment where Effigy was born as a character. You know, like that let's call it what it is, shitty basement I was living in. And, I don't know. It makes me a little sad to not have that stuff, but also, whatever, it's fine. But Perrin's Pantry has, like, one VOD... Just keep hitting it until it dies. One VOD from the old apartment, which is the, full version of me naming every Pokemon. And then it has the Emeralds. I lost the first Emerald Sea Glass stream I did, but the second one, which was the first stream I ever did in this apartment, is on that channel. And then, similarly, when I was... Early last year, I was replaying Sword and Shield on a lark. And, I intentionally didn't stream all. I wasn't interested in streaming all of it. I wasn't like, this needs to be entirely a streaming project. We need money. Come here. Also, I remember now, we have to buy the fucking revival candies, so fighting is good. It was never meant to be I need to stream all of it. It was more I want to do a video project at some point on the Switch era of Pokemon. And so I'm replaying Switch era Pokemon. And while I'm at it, I might as well stream some of it. There's one full... most of a full VOD that I have downloaded of that, and it cuts off randomly. That's on there. And then, soon I am going to be uploading... I am editing me and Tim's scavenger lock that we did last year. And that's just for, like, various content and flow. And there are various reasons why no one needs to see the fullness of that. I think it's just clunky in a way where I would rather put out a product that's just, like, still long and full, but is edited in some spots that I think will help make it watchable. Because a lot of that was us figuring out what that challenge was going to be as we were doing it. And that is what I would like to do with that. So those are going to go up on that channel, and then I've been grabbing VODs for most of everything I've done on this channel since then, which has been hit and miss, because, you know, the scavenger lock took so much of last year, and then I didn't stream stuff super consistently on this channel for a while, because like in the middle of that was like me and Tim and other friends going to Japan, and I just had a lot of reasons why it was tough to do. But I am really excited to be more consistently streaming again. It's gonna be a like couple times a week thing starting in February, which is gonna be really good, and that's gonna come in conjunction with other stuff I'm doing, blah blah blah. Thanks everyone for being here. Let's just keep going here. I cannot imagine pivoting to a new username now. Yeah. Here's the thing, right? Extreme Salsing. Name I came up with when I was 16. I called myself that because I ate a lot of chips and salsa as a teenager. That was just my favorite little snack. Here's the real shit. I feel like if you're a constantly hungry teenager, you have like that one food that if they can, you have your parents get like a lot of the ingredients for, so you can just make it and make a lot of it whenever. That for me was the humble grilled cheese sandwich. I would make myself a little stack of grilled cheese sandwiches. I have opinions on how to make a good grilled cheese sandwich. And I like to dip a grilled cheese sandwich in salsa. As you know, you learn about dipping a grilled cheese in tomato soup when you're a kid. Yummy, yummy, delicioso. If I can be honest, that's yummy, yummy in my tummy. But I also, as a teenager, started to build up more of a spice tolerance and got really into like hot sauces and salsa, and was just like about that. And so I would just dip grilled cheese sandwiches in salsa. It became Extreme Brazilga. Extreme Salsing was my username from the age of 16, specifically because there was... I don't remember why this was a bit, but I took a photo that I put on like Tumblr or a Skype chat I was in or something of me holding a jar of salsa, or a jar of salsa on the table, and me holding one of those repulsively sweet Starbucks Frappuccino bottled drinks, and like, like about to pour it in. And saying, I'm about to make my salsa go extreme. That was the whole bit. And I decided to name myself Extreme Salsing because when you're 16-year-old on Tumblr, you brand yourself after a single post you make. And the name stuck from the age of 16 to the age of 30. At which point I was, last year I was thinking about like taking on a pen name anyway, because like I have a very small amount of published writing. I've wanted for a long time to get back into getting some like short fiction published if I can, stuff like that. Doing some freelance journalism places. And my real name is on a lot of stuff. It's on podcast stuff too. But at the time, because I was at I have been at a day job, and I thought it might be good to separate that from a day job. I just decided I want a pseudonym, and I don't know, JDPerrin was kind of built over the course of a few months last year of me thinking really hard about it, and like getting opinions from people who have taken on non-birth names. Shout out to everyone I know who's trans. And other people who have taken on pseudonyms for like creative work reasons too. Many of whom are trans. And JDPerrin is what I landed on. The D stands for Danielle, That's what the Danny stands for if you hear JDPerrin come anywhere. That is because I found out once that if I was a girl, my parents would have named me Danielle. And I just kind of liked, I liked knowing that. I was like, okay. I kind of like having the name I have and the name I would have had tied together. That is, if I can be honest, that's gender for me. Is having it all in there. Let's say it with me, folks. That's gender for me. Stares directly into the camera, and my mother was an actress with a stage name. Oh, yeah, for sure. Also has been married twice, yeah. Entertainment names. There's a reason Marn at Moonshot goes by Marn last name. It's cause she doesn't know her last name. Bwah! My name was almost Lou because my dad wanted a name that sounded like boo. So if I got into sports, I would get confused by booing for support. That's such a weird. That is so. No shade on your dad, but that is so like. Sometimes your parents will have ideas that they're so sure are a good idea, and they explain it to you, and you're just like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" Not exclusive to parents. This happens with friends. This happens with collaborators. This happens with me and my good friend Riley Hopkins. But, like, there's some specific version of it, like a strain of it that happens when it's your parents, right? Because they're, like, you have young brain, and you're, like... When you're like a cocky teen, you kind of think your parents are idiots and you're smart, and it'll be that way forever, and that's just the truth of the universe anyway. And it just feeds that, you know? It just really feeds that. Utah City. Dead name was almost Fiona. Says kid who's in middle school and Shrek. That's a tough one, because, like, Fiona's a lovely name. Like, that's a very nice name. But, boy. Uh-huh. Yeah, and then Perrin is, Perrin is kind of adjacent. I can say it's adjacent to my real last name in a way that if you don't know my real last name won't give it away, because I am pretty sure me and my family are the only people with our last name in the country. Like, there is someone else with my last name who I have seen pop up somewhere else in the world through my job, and that's it. All right, let's if you're new here, let's talk about how gym leaders work in this. Which is to say, Brock is gonna be interesting because we have a lot of kind of vulnerable stuff. Actually, Wumba's gonna be great. So, I know most of chat is not because they've been following Camilla and a little bit me playing this before now. Every gym leader in this game has 6 Pokemon. 3 of them should be the type that they normally are. 3 of them should be Pokemon that counter what you'd use to eliminate the normal types. So Brock's Rock, right? He's gonna have 3 Rock types. He usually opens with a Lol and Geodude. He always has Onix, and then he'll have some other Rock type. His other 3 Pokemon, you know, let's say the game prioritizes eliminating water and grass. Brazilga, I believe 1.5.1. Yeah, 1.5.1 is what I'm on, which I was advised by Camilla to grab pretty recently, so I think that's the newest. I didn't check before starting just because I knew I'd grabbed it recently enough that I just kind of went with it. But the other 3 will be like maybe a flying type to deal with grass types, maybe an electric to deal with water, stuff like that. So it is programmed to round out itself in that way. I don't think there's a lot of reason to, like, I don't know, waste a lot of time thinking. It's pretty much we go in and we do the fight. You may need 1.5.2 if you want the relock changes. How extensive would you say those changes are? I think the answer is that we are going to do 1.5.1 for now. Just because we've already started and I don't want to, like... Oh, it didn't retain the moves. Alright. If I save, download the new version, and try and open that save in this, will that just work? I know it normally does, but I've had some issue with that with some ROM hacks. If I make a save state here in 1.5.1, yeah, okay. All right. I am saving my state. All right, everyone, hang tight. I'm really glad this came up now. Yeah, I will make a clean save. Let's go to BRB for a minute while I do this. Y'all, hang tight.
Golly is sometimes said to be heard playing in the swirling whirlpools and fast currents. Kopaka is the Toa of ice. Pohatu's stone region is the desert. He must avoid even the pale daylight of Matanui. Onua's earth region is a well-hidden place. Tahu is the Toa of fire. He must stay well clear of fire. Click here to leave Bionicle. It is said that Leiwa shall use his instinct and bravery to make his way in the world. You press the escape button. Do you want to quit? Kopaka's ice region is near the volcano. A small tribe of Tohunga lives here. The tools of the Toa, the tools of the Toa, the tools of the Toa, the tools of the Toa. Good. You completed another challenge. But remember, you have to complete all 6 to get the full game. Onua is the Toa of Earth. Kanoe Ruru. All that is truly known is that his lair could be in every shadow. Kanoe Matatu. Turaga Vakama. Nokama carries an enormous fork. Vakama lives in Takoro. Congratulations! You have completed all 6 challenges, and I award you access to the full game, with ability to play several levels and achieve high scores. Good luck! Golly is sometimes said to be heard playing in the swirling whirlpools and fast currents. Kopaka is the Toa of ice. Pohatu's stone region is the desert.
Alright, I could not get that to work. I have downloaded the new version. I could not get it to take the save from 1.5.1. So we're just going to keep going to 1.5.1 for right now. You'll know it worked if the trainer card shows 1.5.2. Oh, maybe it just did, but I don't think it did. Yeah, when I tried 1.5.2, it only gave me the option to start a new game. But that could be something that I solve off stream, and for now we just fuck it, we ball. Oh, Brock, I think you're gonna have Alolan Geodude because you seem to always have Alolan Geodude. Oh, it's normal flavored Geodude. It's like genuinely, like, probably not actually true, but that feels like the first time I've seen normal Geodude from this guy. Leap is an interesting threat. Love getting the confuse off on it. It is going to hit us with a grass move. We are going to switch out to Mittens. If it can hit us. Okay. Very nice. Now it's going to do a rock move. I'm just kind of playing around it hitting itself in confusion right now. Now it's going to use a rock move, so we're just going to go back to Wumba. I think, anyway. Hit yourself, hit yourself, hit yourself, hit yourself. Okay, that's fine. Alright, you're just ingraining. I feel like this thing's attack is low enough that we can take a, hit. Confuse Ray on us. So it's not super offensive. I'm wondering if this has, like, Rock Tomb. I'm thinking of, if anyone in here has played or watched Emerald Sea Glass. Roxanne and Emerald Sea Glass has a really nasty Leap with Ingrain and Rock Tomb that will just, like, stall you out for ages and, like, make you the slowest motherfucker in the known universe. Acid. It might not have any actual grass moves. I wonder if the AI switched because it saw super effective type-wise. But that's all it has. Push through, Wumba! No! Your Surfer's Pride! You fuck. Jay, have you watched the Platinum Kaizo intentional leak videos? No. I'm afraid I am not as of yet familiar. Just hit yourself, man. Come on. Hey, Lamau. Wumba, you just gotta land this hit. Hey, there we go. Very nice. Oh yeah, also we have team view. I should do that. Goodbye. They go about leaking interesting tidbits about the game in a very unique way. Oddish is here. That's interesting. Okay. Geodude, Oddish, Larvesta, Ammonite, Onyx. I am not overly scared of this team. Okay. It's either going to poison us or go for a grass move. There is not reason... Well... It's either damage or Mittens. I'll go Mittens. Just for the ease of flying type offense. Oh, you fucking cuck! Okay. Onyx. Oh, Larvesta. Interesting. Why Larvesta? Why is that who you're sending out there? You have... My bro, you have 3 rock types that could take incredible advantage of Mittens right now. And you've sent me an insect bug. Hey! Mittens, I was hoping for more from you than that, but that's okay. I know it's barely doing damage to me, but I just like the idea of putting things to sleep to be annoying. We've got this bird, we might as well use its abilities. When you know what they say, use the bird or lose the bird. There's what you should have done in the first place. Rock move coming our way. Something physical and rock type coming our way. Which of you? You have 17. You have 24. Man, you have pretty good stats. We'll go with. Do you Snafu? Do you have a rock move or a fighting move? No, you don't. Never mind. It's Noir. There's Bind. I would love to just put Pikachu out, but it's at half health. So I don't feel great about that. We're already slower. The speed drop doesn't matter. I don't think this quite kills. We can take one more of those. Can we? Yes! Yes, we can! Wow, okay, alright. That was quite something. Oddish is back. I don't know what it thinks it does, but I'm sure it sees kill. Because, you know, 1 HP. Mittens. Your special attack is higher than your physical. I should have kept confusion on you. I think Damager, just by virtue of being a second stager, or Crepzone. Crepazzone, your wheels of flame are needed. Sure. Crepzone doesn't have great defenses, is the only thing, but it does have Flame Wheel. That's right, motherfucker. Love that burn. Okay, yep, you are hurt by the burn. Let's see, I think it is gonna... Prediction, it is gonna switch into Ammonite to use a water move on me. So we are gonna switch in. Do you have double kick? Yes, you do. Not right, but this was still a good move. Damager doing what it says on the tin. There's Ammonite. Great news for us. Ooh, that's not a lot of damage. Christ. I gotta be so real, I always forget if Tail Whip is lowering attacker defense. Good, that's the one I wanted. Just to give us a little more of it. Man! I think we live one more of those, though. No crit, please. Hey, Damager! It sees kill. We switch to Wumba. Wumba resists. We outspeed and kill it. Okay, not what I expected, but that's fine. And Kurzappo! I love to be faster than an Ammonite. Geodude is back. Goodbye. And then just Larvesta, who is asleep and hurt. And may I say, farewell. Easy. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. There's our bouldered badge. Thank you so much. Let's click button that gives you a boulder badge on stream. Love that button. It's a great button. Okay. Lovely, everyone. Simply lovely. That wasn't too bad, and I gotta say, I actually like this team for right now. Like, 2 fighting types is obviously redundant. Nidorina also having fighting moves is redundant, but like that did overall fine for us. We will have troubles at Misty. I mean, we'll have troubles at the fucking Team Rocket boss that they've added to Mount Moon. We'll have troubles many places. Do you have anything we need? Dusk Ball's kind of cool. Yeah, I'll take 5 of those. Don't tell anyone in trouble or you'll really be in trouble. That's... Hey, thank you for saying something. I was like ready to be in trouble, you know what I mean? I was like so ready for trouble to be a real thing that happens to me. It's revives that reincarnate, right? It's just normal revives that reincarnate. That's half of how this works. Jace Dude, since you're just joining us, we're playing a mode in Pokemon Unknown where you have 6 Pokemon in your team, and when they die in battle, they are reincarnated, or you reincarnate them as new Pokemon. I'm just gonna get 2 more of these for right now, and we're gonna see what happens. Thank you so much for the cookies. And Squatalaw, we are off. Let's immediately, well, first of all, yeah, okay. I was like, I don't just have a Moonstone, do I? I don't want to evolve Nidorina yet anyway. But let's get up to cap. Thunder Wave, I would love that. I don't think we really need Play Nice. What is it, like 25? Bubble Beam. Water Pulse, Power 60 and can confuse. Bubble Beam 65 and can lower speed. I like that more than... I like lower speed more than confuse. Because again, Pikachu's all about speed management, and he's got the tool set for it, so... That is what we want. Take my glasses off. I have been having a problem with my glasses. I got these new glasses like a month and change ago. And everything was fine for a while. Like, you know, there was some adjustment, but they were fine. And then while I was home for Christmas... Attack that hits a protected target lifts the protection. That might be useful in case of, like, substitute bullshit. I think we get rid of quick attack and we try that out for size and see how it works for us. So I got those glasses a little over a month ago, and everything was fine for a while, other than just like the normal getting used to it. Nah, I think we're good without double team for now. But somewhere around while I was home for Christmas, I started getting like irritated in my left eye by the glasses. And I've been getting that for the last several weeks. I think I need to take them back to the optometrist. But like I've been feeling eye strain in just my left eye from those glasses. And like right now it's still lingering now that I've taken them off. It's not constant, but it's frequent. And I don't totally know what to blame that on. I don't know what's wrong with them. Like I have a feeling like my left lens is closer to my eye than the right one. Like, I swear to God, I'm like, my eyelash is brushing the glass in a way it's not on the other one. So they might just be like crooked in that way. But I would like this problem to be solved. I need this to not be a thing I'm dealing with. I need my glasses to... Glasses are one of those things that, like, I go and I'm like, hello, can I please have improved sight? And they say yes. And then if they give me anything that causes any sort of issue, I'm just like, oh, what do I do? Like, it's immediately bamboozling. I think I actually like knockoff. We get rid of focus energy. We keep whirlwind. Just because there's enough trainers with really dangerous randomized teams in this. Prescription is off on that side of the lens. It could be. That could very well be the issue, and that's kind of what I'm thinking too. I did find out when I went in that I do have a little bit of astigmatism in, I think, this eye. So it could be that something they did to like counter the stigmatism didn't be good, and instead beed bad. Final throw, always moves second, power 70. I mean, your speed is down. Yeah, sure, get rid of Force Palm. That's fine. I think, do natures stay the same when we reincarnate? I have no idea. Whoa. I didn't know Makuhita evolved this early. That is news to my ears. And music to my ears. Okay. Oh, hey, Moonshot is live. I believe it is Martin and Max puzzle game night. We'll raid them when we're done. We'll hit them up later. Oh, the good old Fury swipes. Yes, you can cease scratching, Damager. You're allowed. Poison Sting doesn't do enough that I care about it. I know it technically has stab, but it's Gee Willikers, 150% of 15 damage, you say? Hot diggity dog. Snafu will probably die before it ever has the chance to evolve. Double Slap is fun. Boy, that's a very Gen 5 Pokemon cry. I don't even know how to explain why. I just hear that sound it made and I go like, yeah, that's a Gen 5 ass Pokemon sound. Like, yeah, that's it right there. Sure as shit. I don't think... Do I care about Swift on you? You're a physical attacker. I mean, well, fuck. No, I should have kept it. I'm not thinking enough about the way this mode works. When Snafu gets reincarnated into something that only works with special moves, I'm going to be really eating that decision. Psycho Shift. Using its psychic power of suggestion, the user transfers its status problems to the target. That's pretty fun. I think we can get rid of Foresight. There we go, Mittens. Let's make some changes here. Noctowl is in. Hariyama is in. Yippee-yi-yo, Kaye. Yeah, it's a psychic suggestion. Imagine if a guy looked at you and just sent into your mind the message, you should buy some chips. Doritos. Doritos. Purple bag. We all know purple bag is the best. What if a fucked up guy did that to you? Shit, this guy might be me. Alright, what do you normally have? I feel like Mittens out front is good. Thanks everyone for keeping up use. Man, I should have fucking kept... I can't do anything to bring back old moves, can I? No, I should have kept Confusion. That was stupid. Well, maybe you'll fucking reincarnate into a special attack, into a physical attacker. And we'll be in fucking business. Not at all what I thought you were gonna have. Yaha. Okay, great. Great, Mittens, you're really pulling your weight. Alright, I guess you are. Never mind, sarcasm defeated. A 10-year-old lass is named Jan. Listen, everyone named Janice has to have been young at some point. We are Alexandra. We are doing pretty good. We have defeated Brock. No deaths yet. Here's the squad. As you can see, we've got Wumba, Snafu, Damager, Noir, Crepzonde, and Mittens. So far, pretty smooth. We had a couple Pokemon drop really far down into the red during Brock, but I'm not too, like, it happened, but I'm not mad about it. Yeah, great names. People named Janice are born at the age of 45. That's literally so true. Yeah, I like the team comp. We do have 2 fighting types and a third Pokemon that only has fighting type moves. And also, I fucked up and got rid of Confusion on Noctowl in favor of Zen Henbutt, which favors its much weaker attack stat. But otherwise, we're doing okay. But again, that's something that could, like, if it dies and revives, it reincarnates into something that favors those moves, great. Maybe it'll become something that can really use Zen Headbutt. Maybe it'll become a fucking Metagross. That'd be pretty cool. Yeah, just fucking burn it to... It's a battle of the Gen 8 bugs here. Gen 8 doesn't really have a bug that feels normal to me. Like, it feels like there should be one that's a little more normal and then those two, you know? Yeah, we've got some real problems. Yeah, so the way this works is that whenever a Pokemon dies, we will reincarnate it after the battle. And that means that we can take as many tries as we want because gym leader teams are also randomized in between our attempts. And we have rare candied ourselves up to the current level cap. It's very like, it is challenge mode Pokemon and also boss rush Pokemon in a way. And there are new bosses added to it. We will be seeing some Jesse and James action in a little while in Mount Moon. That's gonna be its own whole can of cans. I don't know what you have, but we're just gonna keep on going. I want your money. 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 Pretty good team for Jesse and James. Yeah, I mean, the fighting types are really good. I don't have... I would like a better answer for poison. I don't really feel like I have that right now. Provide me your dollar. Man, when I was a kid, I remember like using mouthwash for the first time, and since I was a kid, I have always gotten very, very, very stressed out by the idea of something being medically wrong with me. Like, I have a couple times in my life taken myself to the emergency room thinking there was something wrong with me when nothing was. It's not like... It is something that's happened a couple times. It's not like a constant thing I struggle with, but it's happened a couple times. Did I get rid of the move that undoes accuracy? Yeah, I fucking did. That's fine. But I was always very stressed out by the idea of having to like go to the emergency room. And when I was a kid, I tried mouthwash for the first time, and I read the back of the bottle, and I read the like warning about why you shouldn't drink it, and it was the first time I had ever read the words Poison Control Center in my life. And the concept of having to go to a poison control center scared the shit out of me. Like, really freaked me out. And I was like scared. I still don't like using mouthwash because there's this thing in the back of my head that's like, they're gonna send me to the center. They're gonna send me to the fucking poison asylum. And I just never liked that idea. Hisui and Quillfish. Hisui and Quillfish, huh? I think we might switch to Wumba just for like good news. I know it's taking some damage, but just for like dealing good neutral damage. They arrest you for poisoning yourself. Yeah, well, it was less to do with that and more just like the idea of whatever goes on there. Freaked me the fuck out. Wow! We're gonna assume we live another one of those and go for the Electro Ball. Fuck you! One minimize, man. You minimized once. Oh, we don't have anything that avoids evasion. Wait a minute. Does she have another Pokemon after this? No. I was gonna use Whirlwind and have it force switch her out. If only I had Swift. I think Damager is the move. I always liked the Nidoran lines, but I love looking at Damager now because that's just Ralsei Deltarune. Ralsei Deltarune is in our party and is out right now in battle. This is stupid. This is rather silly, if I do say so myself. How's double kick do? About the same. Oh, don't do that anymore. Don't keep doing that. You can't be doing that, white baby. Alright, we're getting those hits in, though. Give me 5. Give me 5. Give Damager. Damager, it's 2 to 5! I need you to think about, like, actualizing your potential a little more. I love that we're not giving a shit about minimize, though. This is really great. Damager, I truly believe in you, motherfucker. I mean, if only I had that Swift or I had Confusion on Noctowl. Damager, we've come so far. Come on, baby. Baby buddy, honey. Double kick. Get him. Oof. Alright, fine. We have him down to literally, like, table scraps. Crip Zone, I think you can actually handle the rest of this. Yeah, there we go. You're fine. I'm gonna kill yourself. In Pokemon. Yo, Crepazone! No, it did have Confusion. We gave it Zen Headbutt and replaced Confusion with Zen Headbutt, which was a bad decision. Christ! Good job, Crepazone. You've done very well. I think we might get to Mount Moon and call it and have this be a shorter stream for tonight. I will not be streaming Thursday, I don't think, but we're supposed to get like 20 inches of snow on Sunday, potentially. So if that happens, I may spend like a nice chunk of the day just streaming more of this. Which would be a lot of fun. I also never fucking finished leveling up Mittens, I've just noticed. But yeah, we have a Moonshot thing recording at 9:30, and I would like a little bit of, hey, there's a special psychic move. If only I'd finished leveling Mittens up, we would have gotten this, and this whole problem would have been solved. Well, let's do this then. Hypnosis has bad accuracy. Let's keep Extrasensory and Zen Headbutt on it. I have heard between 6 and 20 inches, so it could be nothing. It could be just a few inches. But it could be a lot of inches. My part of the country where I am now is really variable. Really variable in terms of the amount of snow we get. Like, I've seen quote-unquote snowstorms here. They've never been, like, scary. Not in the way that, like, I grew up in the Adirondacks, folks. Like, I've been through it, you know? It's not like that here usually, but between 6 and 20, yeah, there's something about the greater DMV, the greater DC, Maryland, Virginia area, where, like, I don't know if it has to do mostly with, like, the Chesapeake and the Potomac, or, like, what exactly, but, you know, we sometimes get that Pennsylvania and New York snow, and sometimes we get that South heat. Like, it really varies. It can be either, it can be both. The DMV is a roll of the DICE, let me tell you that. And we have no time for ICE. I wish you wouldn't do that. It's rude. Somewhere between an inch and a meter, precisely correct. Dwebble, you I want to hit with a fighting move. Or water, I guess. Not exactly a problem. Oh, I guess fighting's... I always forget bug resists fighting. That's such a weird one. Yeah, weather predictions are so helpful, and they've only gotten better since the Trump administration laid off most of the NOAA. They might be back. I forget what the status was for them. Another one where I'll do the same thing I just did. Powder snow won't do much. We have thick fat, baby. We are keeping it freaking curvaceous over here. Picture trying to punch a fly. Yeah. Listen, there was a job I worked. I've talked. Where I worked was a big summer tourist town, and we had international students coming in on J1 work visas for the summer from colleges in other countries. And this one job I worked in college, we had some Russian guys, and there was this one Russian dishwasher we had who I once watched perfectly, okay? So the fly landing here. He sees the fly. Sees the fly. Boom! Gets it perfectly. Gets it fucking perfectly. Literally as slow as I just did it, making sure the fly, he was thinking about what that fly had going on in its fucking brain. Just strategizing. Yeah, that is how you go, not to startle him. It was just something about how methodically, this what I'm doing right now, too fast. It was incredible. The way he just homed in over it and took it down, and I admired it greatly. Shout out to my guy Insaf. That dude also once came into work. All of the international students who are doing the student visa thing, stayed in little kind of motel style student housing around the area. And, yeah, strategizing word of the stream, exactly. And so, there were, 10 of them to a building, and they, there was boys, there was girls, and there was plenty of fraternizing. And that same dude once came to work, asking my boss, I need your help, what can I get for this problem? Herpes all over his mouth. Sad. He got it sorted out. It's one of those things where it's that's not my story to tell, but also I don't think that guy's ever gonna watch this stream. King shit, mad respect, exactly. I follow all three of the Russian guy, or maybe not all of them. A lot of the people, the like international workers I worked with at summer jobs, I ended up being like, I don't look at Facebook anymore or Instagram, but like either Facebook or Instagram friends with. So like if I do go on Instagram, I can see what a couple of them are doing, like the Russian guys, a couple of the Turkish guys too. It was Russians, Chinese folks, and Turkish folks. That was the three main nationalities I worked with over a couple different jobs. Number of Kazakhstani people in the same tourist town. Yeah, I believe it. That's, well, that also same tourist town. I was working in local news in that area when Russia invaded Ukraine, and I got to talk to a couple of local businesses there about like, oh yeah, we had Ukrainian student workers come here who we've considered lifelong family friends for years and who were like doing a fundraiser for, stuff like that. Which was really nice to hear about and to like uplift that fundraiser in the news a little. That was nice to do. Stella Luna's in the room. You got an early dinner, baby. Yeah. Oh, that's a meow turning into a yawn, everyone. She's multitasking. The girl is multitasking. If we end up in dire need of money, we can always come back to some of these fools. I've changed my mind. We are gonna start. We are gonna try and do Mount Moon. Let's do Mount Moon and see, like, get to Jesse and James. Hi, little cat. Hello. Aww. Stella Luna is accepting a very nice scratch upon the nose. And then, if that takes us to, like, 9, we'll probably stop at 9. Girls, they are multitasking. Literally true. Are you multitasking? She is, folks. She's multitasking. She's multifaceted. My girl has so many facets. She's lousy with them. Oh. Alright. Here we are in Cave Town. I'm gonna put Noir out front just for the fighting damage against any rock types. But also, do I have any repels? Because, fuck it. Cat tax? Staley, do you want to pay the cat tax? Are you thinking about it? She's thinking about it. She's not sure yet. Fuck it. We're just gonna go. Oh, she wants to scratch my chair is what she wants to do. Folks, that's a shiny Flabébé right there. That's the second shiny Flabébé I've seen since Pokemon Legends CA came out. What the fuck? Whoa. Hold on, I'm scratching my cat's nose again. What do you think? What do you think? Is it time for a tax? Hold on. Hold on. Oh, no, she ran away. She didn't want a cat tax. Crazy how you have to kill it. No, excuse, well, yeah. No, you're right. Stella Luna, come here for a minute. We're gonna, hold on. I'm actually gonna first things first, all rise for the standing of the desk. Okay. Now give me 1 second. Scally, hi. Hello. Ellie, we've got a situation here. We've got a situation here. You see that? You see that, Flabebe? It's a shiny Flabebe, honey. Do you know what that means? Do you know what that means? That means one of two things. It means we could enact the shiny clause. Okay? I assume you're familiar. I know you're a Nuzlocker too. Or, okay, we can kill it in cold blood. What do you want to do? What do you want to do, Lily? What do you think? Oh, yeah? Oh. She's repelling. She's repelling. She's uninterested. She hears someone walking down the hall outside my apartment. Are you guys in time to leave? Good meeting. Oh, airplane ears. Yeah, I hate to say this, but still, Luna said, fucking kill that motherfucker. She actually said it in like a really rude way that I'm not gonna like repeat. Can't believe she said that. Yeah, fuck it. We gotta... Actually, hold on. You know what? It's a flower. It's gotta ride those petals into the wind. Go sparkle on somewhere else. Yeah, that feels like a good compromise. Wow. I should go buy a bunch of repels. God, I would love to have a Hisui and Growlithe. What a treat, what a joy such would be. We'll fight a trainer or two just to keep on having money. Oh, you're right. We have the cleanse tag. I forgot about that. Thank you so much. There you go, Crepazone. Let's do one for the money, one for the show. 3 to get ready, and ho ho ho. Speaking of ho ho ho. So, I think I've talked about this on stream previously. Tim and I have been on the stream your own music without using a streaming service life this year. Late last year, we started looking into like setting up a Plex server for music and also using like an app. We're using Symphonium to connect to Plex on phones to give yourself like a Spotify level UI experience while you stream from a local server. It's going really well. We're really proud of it. We're adding a lot to the library, just stuff we own digitally because we both own a lot of music digitally. It's going really well. Tim, a fun thing is like because right now there's 4 people on this. There's a few people on this thing. The music that's on this thing is kind of like a curation of the tastes of the few people who are streaming off of it. And Tim went, hey, I'm gonna send you... You can't quite share playlists, but what you can do is you can see everything that's on the server and then be sent like a playlist to import on your own app. And so he sends me this playlist. This is like a month and a half ago. He made a Christmas playlist. He found a bunch of stuff, and it's got like Caramel Dancing Christmas Time. It's got 2 different covers of All I Want for Christmas Is You, one of which is the S3RL dubstep cover, if you remember that, Sethriel, if you were ever a dubstep acolyte such as that. Included a song called Ho 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 by Taya and Selena, which was a lovely comedic ditty about Santa Claus's wife Gertrude, who may or may not have a long dick. You're gonna have to listen to the song to find out more about that one. Yeah, I'll fucking beat up a rocket grunt. What am I afraid of? Anything? No. But the problem now, so, you know, I listened to it several times in the month of December. It was fun, it was funny, it was comedic. And, Symphonium does have a, like, you know, you can just click track radio, click, like, give me a mix. And it'll give you a mix of, like, semi-random picks, but also it's semi-random and semi-based on what you've listened to a lot. Kind of like, you know, I don't think as sophisticated an algorithm as, like, Spotify, but good. My problem, it's January 20th, folks, and I'm still getting those goddamn Christmas songs in the mix so much more than I would like. Like, it's... Let's do an experiment right now. The fuck is this? Okay. My volume's off so I won't get DMCA'd for playing something through my phone. I'm hitting the mix. I'm getting Subtraction by Coheed and Cambria. Pulp Fiction by My Dinosaur Life, or by Motion City Soundtrack. Song from the Tron Legacy soundtrack. B2B by Charlie XCX. Rockstar 21 by Wavestar 21. Bloody Tears. Alright, now it's not gonna give me one. Oh, hold on. I did just get... This is our intro and be right back music, folks. Alright, now that I'm trying to make the point, of course it's not happening. But I was getting, like, maybe I've just now rounded the corner where it's not gonna happen anymore. But I was getting, like, every fourth song. Wait! I hit it one more time and literally Christmas Car Bomb by a band called OK Glass. Which was, one of the ones that was on the playlist. Literally, it was one more song away. And I know that was, like, 6 songs I just went through to get it. But, like, I put on music in the background all fucking day while I'm doing stuff. And when you do it that often, boy, you start to notice it. And it's been a ride, let me tell you. Who has the best base special defense right now? 38, 36, 34, 34, yeah. Just fucking hit it. I don't know, man. There's a regular bird. Is that your only other Pokemon? Yeah. I always have my Whirlwinder out when I can't use it. Save switch. Excuse me, I let 6 seconds of the Christmas one play, I'll have you know. We actually looked into it. It only counts as a play if you've listened to about 85% of the song, which is interesting. I have no idea how that data stacks up to, like, regular streaming. I've always wondered this whenever people's, like, Spotify Wrapped and stuff come up. I was thinking about this when I was looking at my, I pay for YouTube Premium because I watch a lot of YouTube and need to be able to do that without ads. And so I get YouTube Music and, like, while we're using this self-curate streaming service, since I get it anyway, it is kind of nice to have as a discoverability tool, at least. Hey, Tim, I'm talking about the music server. Oh, shit. I forgot to put our spell tagger back out front. But, I don't know. I'm curious what those numbers are for, like, Spotify and YouTube Music and, like, I don't know if Tidal does a Wrapped. If it does, it's, like, a very basic one. Apple Music, all of those various corporations. Because I feel like it is a pretty common thought to think that, like, I feel like I always hear people say in particular that the Spotify one seems a little bit off. And, you know, part of that is that they only gather data from, like, February to October, maybe, or something like that. No! That's fine. Yeah, that's Servant Pikachu, dude. We got Servant Pikachu, and we got a rule where we have 6 Pokemon, and if one of them dies, they are reincarnated. Welcome. Yeah, we looked at Jellyfin. Jellyfin was another one that we investigated a little bit. Plex has just been good. I mean, I will say on my end, Plex is good because I have had experience with Plex for a number of years now. And even though for phone use and streaming use, the thing about Plex is like I'm not accessing I'm accessing the Plex library through another app on the phone, through Symphonium, and Symphonium is really streamlined in a lot of ways that I like and I think we like a lot. And it's worked really well. It's worked really well. Yeah, and if you are maintaining it with friends, with associates, it is often just more accessible. I don't know. Knock it off. See if it has an item. Noir is so tanky. Big boy. Alright, here's what we're going to do. Given where we're at time-wise, we are going to run back out. We're going to heal. And then we're going to see if we can kind of scurry through the rest of Mount Moon and make it to Jesse and James. Yeah, Plex's regular app is fine. Plex amp, right? Yeah. Oh, this whole conversation is very like dependent on There's actually only 2 mandatory trainers here besides Jesse and James. Right at the end, can sneak around the others. Yeah. My thing is always like, are there items I want to stop and get along the way? And the answer is yes, but I don't need to, and I need to accept that I do not need to. There we go. This sounds crazy because it's Mount Moon, but I always forget whether you can actually find a moonstone in here. And in my head, I'm almost like, I don't think you can. But that doesn't seem right. But it does seem right. Yeah, we can come back here if we need more money later or something. I feel like you get one. Hey! Speak of the devil! Let's do a little look real quick. Pokedex, Nido Queen. I'm not calling up the whole computer screen for this because I'm looking at a different... Oh, no, this doesn't have learn set. Thank you very much, Alexandrites. Thank you, yes. All right, let's look at this real quick. Welcome to the computer, everyone. Learn set is gonna get Helping Hand, Toxic Spikes, which I do like a lot. Crunch, which I like, but isn't like mandatory. The thing, of course, being, you know, how long do we want to wait in the case that it croaks? Poison Fang when it evolves? I wonder where my cat went. Wherever did she go? Alright, I think we're not going to worry about moonstoning right now. But it's good to know that we have that. So if Damager sticks around, oh, that'll be pretty good. There's a revive. Each revive is a reincarnation. We love that. Very nice. Zip, zap, freaking zop. Let's see. It's electric and poison with this guy, right? Oh, no. We got this guy first. Yeah, whatever. I think you'll be fine. Let's just go for a smoke screen. Yeah, sure, you can defense curl all you want. Oh, Keen Eye. Okay, an actually relevant ability from that Furret. If those defense curls make too much of a difference, we'll switch to Pikachu. Yeah, we'll switch to Pikachu. Sure. I actually don't know how big the speed gap is on this one, but Electro Ball still does enough. Beedrill. Okay. And yeah, fuck it. We've slowed it down, so let's do this again. Wondrous. Easy peasy and wondrous. Yeah, electric and poison is what this dip shit normally has. Let's lead Mittens and just kind of see what happens. Well, that'll be good against one of those two and disastrous against the other. Fuck it. I don't think there's like an entirely 100% clean opener here, so we're just picking one and praying. Oh, fine. We could have kept who we had out, but this is also fine. Don't love that. You're gonna probably go right for the electric move. Noir, you've got high defenses. We're just gonna throw you out there. Let you do your thing. Yeah, huh? No paralyze, please. Lovely. Rosalia's third. We don't need to worry about... We don't need to worry about Whirlwind, I don't think. Get out of town. Yeah, this Hariyama kind of cooks. Noir's been seated. No further comment. Can't believe I have to record a podcast after this. I've clearly been, like, talking too much today. There we go. Get out of here. Okay, very good. I'm going to take the Helix Fossil because I'm facing it. We'll do an escape rope. All right, let's go out and heal, because if you're just joining us, we're about to fight a boss, and that'll be it. If we win, we win. If we wipe, we will reincarnate the team just to show how it works, and then that'll be stream. Either way, we'll end there for the night. We are about to do the first of several Team Rocket bosses. These are double battle bosses that Brazilga added to the game in this ROM hack. They're pretty fucking hard. They are pretty difficult. And so we are going to... God fucking piss. 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 It's fine. Dumb. Silly dumb. Piss. It's fine. I actually like it. Yep, thank you for the reminder about the update. We will actually not reincarnate today. We'll do that next time. We'll start next time with the reincarnation. Because I couldn't get the save transfer to work midstream. Mittens, just power through and kill it. Yeah, I know that's a little disappointing momentum-wise. And that's only if any faint. That's right, we might have a clean fucking sweep through this whole joint. It's incredibly possible. Dare I say, probable. I don't need to run around her now, but now I'm doing it to remind myself for next time, because I always get sniped by that one. Careful for her, too. Then there's this guy. We zigzag around this guy. We avoid this guy with relative ease. And we're through. Then there's just this guy. Beautiful. Okay, so with Team Rocket, it's always like dark, poison, and normal. Is that kind of the deal? I feel like it is. Not really a point in saving here, but we're going to do it anyway. Let's cook. Let's take a look at things. I wish we had a better answer for poison, but we have psychic. We have an answer for poison. Jess and Germ. Mittens will deal with poison. Noir and Mittens might be our opener. Here's why. Well, okay, hold on. Mittens, I feel like, is gonna be good against whatever they throw out first. Whether it's poison or, like, a fighting or something. Noir is great against dark and normal and also has whirlwind and fake out, and so can do a lot of control. Wumba can also do control because of paralysis, but I really like Noir out front because if something's too strong, we can move it out of the way. We can fake out on something turn one no matter what we're facing. I think Noir and Mittens are the move. Do we have any equip items? We are going to give this Parison Berry to Noir. And let's get into it. Okay. That's fine. That's like a really good opening, actually. We can take Venonat out in one shot. I'm gonna fake it out, though, because it might have, like, poison powder waiting in the wings or something, and I don't want to deal with that. Fake it out so Mittens can go right ahead and take it down. Boom. And boom. Very clean. Assurance is fine. Meowth is out. Plenty of things that Noir can kill with relative ease. I think... Well, if you Vital Throw, then what do we have you do? I guess just do... Vital Throw, I think, will one-shot Meowth. So we just peck Sandile for fun. Meowth goes for the fake out. Sandile gets chipped. Assurance doing more than I wish it was. I think now we mainline Sandile. It's going to go for that Assurance on Mittens again. Dark-type move. We assume it does that and we switch to Snafu, so it resists it. That's a little scary, but Noir has defense to spare, so I'm not too worried about it. There's that called shot, looking good. This kills? Yeah, this kills. Get out of town. The boy is a tank. Noir... It's a really goated early pick. I gotta be so real here. Rufflet is a pain in my ass. Rufflet, Meowth, Whirlipede, Scraggy. Yeah, I mean, here's what we do about Rufflet. No, you fucking don't. You actually do not get to be here. And then we take a turn to buff with Meditate, I think. Okay. It's honing its claws. That's fine. Get that attack up. Get out of here, bird. And here's something that's a little bit more preferable. Is Fake Out? Fake Out only works the first turn after you've sent your Pokemon out, right? Not after a new Pokemon has come out. Like, Fake Out wouldn't work on this Scraggy just because it's new. Or would it? Stella Luna, what do you think? She's eating her food. Okay. Yeah, that's correct. It's one of those ones where, like, I know I'm correct in my words, but, like, you do it enough times and you weirdly start to question yourself more. I don't like the way you're screeching. We need you off the board. I think we're just gonna... Nah, we'll double slap and either chip away at Meowth or at Scraggy. Actually, no. Detect... Yeah, because Meowth wants to do damage after screeching. Holy fuck, that Screech did so much more of a stat drop than I thought. Oh, Noir! Okay. Rufflet is back. I think now we can safely... Noir's in the red, and I think now we can safely switch it out anyway. This feels like a way easier switch. We get Wumba in there to deal with Rufflet. I don't think there's anything Scraggy can do that's gonna fuck it up too bad. Wumba, come on in. Snafu, I wish you had a better fucking attacking move. But you've got an attack boost. We're just gonna have you hit the Scraggy and see what happens. Snafu is kind of taking up space, but I don't hate it. Okay. Now you, my friend, are just gonna go right for the bird. You're gonna detect, because if the bird lives, it's going for you. I don't really know what Scraggy does this turn is the thing. Yeah, okay. I was gonna be like, I don't think the speed break off is that big that Electro Ball's gonna go crazy. Wow. Okay. Okay. Hey Wumba, do you want to be a hero? You've got a great speed priority special set no matter what you reincarnate as if we lose you here. Because here's the thing, right? We're faster than Scraggy. Yeah. We're faster than Scraggy and Rufflet. Wumba is. Wumba takes down, or sorry, yeah, Wumba takes down Rufflet. Scraggy uses payback. Wumba dies. Rufflet is gonna try and kill Snafu again. And is not gonna have the chance to do so. I just wish it didn't mean losing Snafu. Or Wumba. Or, sorry, I guess it's more... I wish it didn't mean keeping Snafu and losing Wumba is actually what I mean. Like, that's an annoying trade-off, because Snafu is not doing a lot for us yet. But I think it's the solution. I think, okay, here's what we do. Wumba, I think, does do the Electro Ball, takes Rufflet down, dies in the process unless Scraggy for some reason decides to go for Snafu this turn. Rufflet is gonna do that flying attack at Snafu again. Physical attack. I think Damager shifts in and takes it. Or what am I talking about? It's not gonna have the chance to do it. I keep getting the turn order mixed up in my own head a little. Yeah, we outspeed, we kill Rufflet. Snafu's safe. Snafu uses that safe turn. This might not, but it's buffing such a low power fucking move. Wumba kills Rufflet. Wumba goes down in the process from Scraggy. Snafu doesn't get attacked and so has a chance to meditate. Wumba just goes first this time. Boom, Rufflet's down. Snafu gets a meditate off. There's that payback. 07s, please. Wumba, you're a real one. Oh, fuck, it has Moxie. That's a huge pain in the ass. But one we'll deal with. Alright. It's Moxie boosted. Dark attacks. Tested reincarnating the follower? That's a good question, yeah. Oh, dark attack. Damager, you've got double kick. And I think I like that more than I like Mittens at that low HP coming out right now. We're down to their last two. This is feeling pretty good overall. I'm sad about our starter, but like it's gonna pass a really good moveset along. It's gonna pass a really good early Electro Ball speed moveset. Water and electric coverage along to something. That's really cool. I like this mode. This is quite neat. We need Scraggy out of here. Just everyone attack Scraggy. Boom. Boom. Nothing is doing the kind of damage I wish it did. Snafu, what's your speed look like? Very nice. 5 hits, please. Or even just... Yay! There it is! Get out of town, man. Alright, alright. Now it's just Whirlipede. Which can be scary. Poison Tail does some decent damage. Okay, alright. Poison sucks there. Okay, alright. Damager... Damager goes for the bite. We hope we get a flinch. Snafu swaps out. Crepzone has such fucking a low defense. Mamma mia. I think Snafu has 2 attack buffs. Snafu just goes for the hit. Bite does bad damage. 1, 2, 3. I'll take 3. There's the flinch. Snafu lives. Snafu lives. One more again. Another bite. Another double slap. Same as before, guys. Bite goes. Crit. Snafu goes once. Twice. Takes it! Alright! Woo! That was great. Oh, man. That kicked ass. Okay. That was a really narrow kill. Holy shit. A brat beat us. Sure did, baby. Wow. Alright. We're getting out of Mount Moon. That was a really good fight. I really enjoyed that. That was like... We've got stuff cooking in this team. Like, I'm more worried about losing Noir than anyone, because Noir is so beefy this early in the game. I love that very much. For now, though, let's find an antidote that I'm sure we have. There we go. Snafu, you're now fine. We're going to open this up and do a switch. And we're going to leave Mount Moon. All right. That was great. That was counting out the doubles, like taking the chance on that second meditate happening on Scraggy's aggro going to Pikachu. That won us that fight. Like, I think we would have won it anyway. Like Sizzlipede could have cleaned up at the end there once it was just Whirlipede. But even then, that's a pretty high attack second stage Pokemon versus a first stage with very low defense. That still would have been really scary. But that felt really good. We are not reincarnating Wumba because I am not playing the right version of the game. Off stream, I am going to see if I can get my save file to open in the current version of the game. I was not able to do that when we went BRB earlier, but we will start next time. Today, hold on. Alexandrites, I'll take you up on that. Gathered friends. Today we mourn Wumba, a hero. He came, he saw, he used Electro Ball. Frankly, he did a bang-up job. He will not be forgotten today. He will not be forgotten tomorrow. He had the speed. Yeah, okay. He had the speed. I wanted to make sure I wasn't misgendering him. He had the speed. And he did the deed. Tomorrow, not tomorrow, but probably Sunday or maybe Thursday, if I end up available Thursday, but I think Sunday, we will see him 3 days after he enters the crypt. And by that, I mean today's Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 5 days, 3 days, whatever. He will be revived. He will come back anew. We will see him push back the boulder badge in front of the tomb. And new light shall enter. He shall be... We'll see him come back. We will start with reincarnating Wumba. And we'll go on to the second gym. That was really fun. I really like this mode. Shout out to We Are Alexandra in the chat, to Camilla, who's been streaming this. It's been really fun to watch this be played and to like think about how to kind of attack some of the issues that it's, or not issues, but things it throws at you. Simisear Jesus, yeah, Simisear, I would say Simisear, Onion, what do you think your role is in all of this? Are you the Judas? No, you're not the Judas. Onion's kind of the Pope, when you really think about it. That's kind of what Onion's got going on. And next time, whence next we stream when we return to this game. Drago Starcloud, if you're just joining us, I'm afraid we are just ending, but thank you for being here. We will be playing Pokemon Unknown more on Sunday and in weeks to come, because this has been very fun. I'm really excited to do more of this and to see what we get from the corpse of our dear Wumba. For now, I know for a fact... Arrived in time for the end, just like going to real church! Thank you, and just like real church, it's now time to go to the, like, you know, the, like, coffee hour they do, in the fellowship hall or whatever afterwards. Over on the Moonshot Twitch, Marn and Mac are having Blueprints Night. We're gonna go join them for Blueprints Night, everyone. Let's freaking do that. When you get there, you know, I'm not gonna tell you gotta spread the good word of Wumba, but, like, if you find it in your heart, there are many hearts to be saved. We are buckling in. We are locking in. We are getting ready to freaking go. We are keeping it wavy. We are stirring our gravy. Thank you, everyone. I'll see you next time. Stella Luna's somewhere. She says meow. And until next time, goodbye!